Hello, good morning. In the previous class, we had understand the topic second law of thermodynamics depend on the entropy, and this second law of thermodynamics, that is dq is equals to T ds. So this is the second law of the mathematical equation of second law of thermodynamics. Dq is equals to T ds, and the statement of second law of thermodynamics is the every physical and chemical process in nature takes place in such a way that the total entropy increases. Okay, so this is the second law of thermodynamics. In this class, we are studying the T-S diagram. The T-S diagram, that is called the temperature and entropy diagram. Okay, so the definition of this diagram, T-S diagram, the thermodynamic change in the state of the substance can be represented by plotting the entropy along the horizontal axis, that is horizontal axis. Here is the entropy, and horizontal axis on entropy plotted on the horizontal axis, and temperature along the perpendicular axis. This is the temperature. Okay, so when we are plotting or when we are representing by plotting the entropy on the horizontal axis and temperature along the perpendicular axis, so such a diagram is called the T-S diagram or the temperature entropy diagram for the substances. So this is the definition of T-S diagram. Means the thermodynamic change in the state of the substances can be represented by plotting entropy on the horizontal axis and temperature on the perpendicular axis. So this is called the temperature entropy diagram. So a Carnot reversible cycle is shown on the PV diagram. We already studied the Carnot reversible cycle on the pressure volume diagram. So it is composed of two isothermals. What is the PV diagram? In the PV diagram, there are this is the PV diagram, that is the pressure volume diagram. So in this diagram there are two isothermals and two adiabatic involves. Means this PV diagram composed of two isothermals AB and CD. If we constructed this A, B, C, D, so this AB and CD are the two isothermals. Okay, and these two isothermals at the constant temperature T1 and T2. So on the T-S diagram, the isothermal curves are shown by the two straight lines. So on the T-S diagram, so this is the temperature as we saw here. So this is the pressure volume diagram. And this is the entropy. This is the A, B, C and D. Okay, this is the temperature and this is the entropy S. So show these two diagram, observe. So on the T-S diagram, so these AB and CD are the two isothermals maintained at the constant temperature T1 and T2. So on the T-S diagram, so the isothermal curves are shown by the two straight lines. These are the two straight lines. These are the two curves. AB and CD are the two isothermal curve, and this curve is represented on the T-S diagram as a straight line AB and CD. Okay, parallel to S axis, and the adiabatic BC and AD. These are the isothermals and these are the adiabatic, and the two adiabatic BC and AD. These are the two adiabatics on the PV diagram. So these two adiabatic on the T-S diagram represented by the two vertical lines and that are parallel to the T-axis. Okay, so that are parallel to the T-axis. So resulting T-S diagram is a rectangle ABCD. So these are the isothermal. This one is the isothermal. This one is the isothermal. This one is the adiabatic. And this is also adiabatic. So this isothermal AB and CD represented by the straight line parallel to the x-axis, s-axis, and the adiabatic B and C, BC and AD represented by the vertical lines and that are parallel to the t-axis. So the resulting TS diagram is rectangle A, B, C, D. So this rectangle on the TS diagram. So consider a Carnot reversible cycle on the TS diagram. So after that we are here temperature T1 and here temperature T2, and these are the entropy S1 and S2. Okay, so this is the total TS diagram. So after that we have to perform a working of TS diagram. So working of TS diagram. So let us consider a Carnot reversible cycle on the TS diagram. Suppose S1 is the entropy here first is the S1 and second is the S2. So S1 be the entropy of working substance, entropy of working substance in state A. Okay, this is the A state and the entropy of this A state is the S1, and S2 be the entropy in state B, and S2 is the entropy of state B. Okay, so the next Q1 be the entropy of, Q1 be the heat absorbed here, Q1 be the heat absorbed, Q1 be the heat absorbed along AB during the isothermal expansion at constant temperature T1, and Q2 be the heat rejected in the isothermal compression at constant temperature T2 along CD. Q1 is the heat absorbed at constant temperature T1, and Q2 is the heat rejected at constant temperature T2. Okay, so in going from A to B along the isothermal AB, okay, in going from A to B along the isothermal expansion, see, so this is the first is the isothermal expansion in the Carnot cycle, so that's why we are writing here isothermal expansion in going from A to B. The gain in entropy of the working substance is along AB, the gain in entropy of the working substance is S2 minus S1 is equals to, and heat is the Q1 upon T1 at temperature T1, Q1 upon T1. This is the first. So in going from B to C, this is the adiabatic, therefore there is no change in the heat energy, so that's why there is no change in entropy. Entropy change is the 0, so there is no change in entropy. So next one, in going from C to D, so this is the isothermal compression along CD, so that's why the loss of entropy along the curve CD, that is the isothermal compression, the loss in entropy of the substance so this loss is nothing but the S2 minus S1 is equals to Q2 by T2. This is the second number equation. Then again, in going from D to A, this is the adiabatic again, adiabatic compression also. So in that case also there is no change in entropy. So that's why entropy becomes 0. So from equation first and second, so therefore from equation first and second, the change in entropy, the total change in entropy is, we get from this equation Q1 is equals to T1 S2 minus S1 and Q2 is equals to T2 S2 minus S1. So therefore the difference, that is Q1 minus Q2, is equal to Q1 value, that means T1 S2 minus S1 and minus T2 S2 minus S1. As we take common, that is we are going T1 minus T2 in one bracket and S2 minus S1 as a common. This is the Q1 minus Q2. Okay. So the quantity Q1 minus Q2 represent the external work done. So this quantity Q1 minus Q2 represent the work done and work done in the cycle, and this T2 minus T1 into S2 minus S1 is the area of rectangle. So this second term represent the area of the rectangle on the TS diagram. So thus the area of the rectangle on the TS diagram represents the external work done in the reversible Carnot cycles. So this area ABCD represent the work done, means the area of the rectangle ABCD is nothing but the external work done on the TS diagram. So this is the working of TS diagram. So the entropy of Carnot engine by using TS diagram we can understand in the next class. Thank you.